Hi, Jason. I'm Jamie, the producer.
Oh, Jamie, hey, nice to meet you. Thank you so much for having me. I love Craig.
Oh, well, who? Oh, yeah, him. Sure. Hey, listen, I wanted to tell you I was rewatching Forgetting Sarah Marshall the other night. It is such a funny movie.
Oh, wow, thank you. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I can't believe you showed your penis in that. I just can't. I mean, don't do it right here now.
I wouldn't worry about that. No.
I'm just kidding. You can if you want. Wouldn't bother me. I have seen thousands of penises. Thousands.
Do you mind? Can we maybe change the subject? That movie was like 2 years ago. I'm actually here to talk about my show, How I Met Your Mother.
Of course. I am so sorry.
Cool.
But hey, real quick.
Sure.
Do you think that you could just sign this headshot I printed out of your penis?
No, I'm not going to. What is wrong with you? I'm more than just a penis. Can you?
OMG. Wow. You know, you actors are all the same. You really, really need to learn how to treat people, buddy. And you know what? Not even that great of a penis. Huh? Yeah.
Don't listen to her. You're the best, buddy. I mean, I would be nothing without you.
Hey, man, how are you? Hey, good to see you, too.
Can I ask you a question? You know, your producer, Jamie, is there something wrong with her? She seems a little off.
We don't have a producer named Jamie.
Well, that means... Oh, my God, I feel so violated. I think maybe we should call security.
We can't afford security around here. Oh, Dustin, on the show tonight, do you think we could get a look at that penis of yours?
Show with Craig Ferguson, sponsored by Progressive. Visit progressive.com today.
It's on, stay up, it's been a long, long day, and you got the Sandman at the door. But hang on, leave the TV on, and let's do it anyway. It's okay, you can always sleep through work tomorrow, okay? Hey, hey, tomorrow's just your future yesterday.
Ladies and gentlemen, Craig Ferguson.
That's enough. Please, quietly, please. All right, that's enough. That's enough. Please, that's enough, honestly. Please be quiet. If you continue to make that noise, really, I think that if you continue to make that noise, NBC may change my time slot. What day is it? It's Friday. It's Friday. It is a great day for America, everybody. I'm very... Yes, not just any old Friday, though. This could be the Friday we get to see Jason Segel's penis. I'm kidding. The lighting in here is not good enough for that. He could walk out here with no pants on and you'd be like, what? It's also a very emotional day today because Marilyn Manson announced today that he's engaged to actress Evan Rachel Wood. So congratulations to them. If you're looking to get them a present, they're both registered at Bed Bath & Bazaar. No, please. Oh, yeah. Hey, that's cold, Craig. Oh, shut up, Kevin. I wish them all the best. I hope it won't be long before we hear the pitter-patter of little devil-worshipping weirdos coming. Do you know this is
is true. In London, the authorities are looking for a man now that's been accused of something. Now, I'm not making this up. This is absolutely true. This is not a joke. This man has been sneaking up behind women in supermarkets and sniffing their butts. To be fair, it's the only way to tell if they're fresh. But still! I look forward to your letters. There's two big birthdays in the world of music today. Happy birthday to David Bowie, who's 63 today. Ziggy Stardust, he still looks great. Do we have a picture of David Bowie? There he is. That's it. That's what you've been working on all day. A real picture of David Bowie. Let me see it. There he is. Look at that. 63. Wow. Yeah. I hope I look that good when I'm 63. I'll probably look like a stained old sofa when I'm 63. No, I'm going to look like this. Hi. No, just diet and exercise. Do you know whose birthday it also is today? The King, Elvis Presley. He would have been 75 today. Do we have a picture of Elvis? There he is with I don't know who the other dude is, but that's when he was a deputy in Nixon's war on drugs. It's a bit like getting Tiger Woods to sell promise rings or something. Anyway, with it, Elvis and David Bowie, very different, of course. One's a music legend who got whacked out on drugs and wore sparkly jumpsuits, and the other one, actually, they're pretty similar, if you know. Elvis and Bowie, where I grew up, it was pronounced Bowie, by the way. It's funny how two words can be pronounced two different ways, the same word, two different ways. You know, Bowie, Bowie, tomato, tomato, John Gosling, douchebag. It's right there. John Gosling joke? Shut up, Kevin. And it's weird to think Elvis and Bowie were actually working at the same time in the mid-70s. When Elvis first broke through, people criticised him for looking too female. That's true. I know. And then, 20 years later, David Bowie brought an even stranger androgyny to music. He is very odd. He was like, I've stolen mother's panties from home. I've stolen my mother's pants. Triceratops in the dome. He'd always do that. David Bowie would always do that. He would always throw in made-up words, or if he couldn't think of anything, he'd just throw a dinosaur name in. Triceratops. Ground control to Major Tom. Crinkle, winkle. Tyrannodon. It's nearly as good as my Goofy, my David Bowie, isn't it? You never heard my Goofy? It's awesome. Anyway, they were doing their androgyny. A lot of today's musical artists still use androgyny as a way to press people's buttons, like Adam Lambert or Marilyn Manson or Regis Philbin. That's right, Philbin, I'm calling you out. I've seen you in those assless chaps. You magnificent bastard. Anyway, David Bowie's always been surrounded by rumours that he's gay. Now, the gay rumours started with a misunderstanding because he did an interview with a British journalist who got the impression he was gay. I don't know why. It might have been the part of the interview when David Bowie said, I'm gay. Then a few years later, David Bowie's ex-wife said that she caught him in bed with Mick Jagger, which I don't believe. I don't see Mick Jagger as someone who swings both ways. You get off my arse. There's no evidence that Mick Jagger and David Bowie were ever lovers, except maybe that there might be a little... Yeah, well... I think that put an end to those rumours. I miss the days when rock stars were known for doing outrageous, decadent, sexual things. Now, if you want to see that kind of thing, you have to watch golf. Rock and roll! Rock and roll used to be unpredictable and rebellious. Now, most rock stars are just corporate monkeys dancing for pennies thrown by the man. And that's my thing, so knock it off, you bastard. I loved Elvis, though. I went to Graceland a few years ago. I loved it. It was before the big renovation. They recently added a lot of stuff to Graceland. They've got the Elvis-themed hotel, the high-tech museum with the digital Elvises. Is it Elvises or Elvi? And, you know, Graceland is a shrine, if you're like me. I loved Elvis. It's a place to go and worship. You know, it's like IHOP is to Drew Carey. And I've heard... I had this Harvard professor talk. I think it was a Harvard professor. It was some guy. And anyway, might have been just a guy in a bar. But to be fair, it might have been a Harvard professor in a bar. Anyway, he had this theory. This guy I once met in a bar had a theory that the Elvis, after his death, the cult around him has all the characteristics historically of an emerging religion. Because you've got the great leader there, very beloved, who may or may not be dead, sightings after his death, the impersonators, the wisdom left behind. In future, ministers may quote his words. It'll be, "You ain't nothing but a hound dog." You know, when I think about it, it was definitely just a guy I met in a bar. You don't get to be a Harvard professor being that stupid, do you? Anyway, we have to take a break, which is kind of embarrassing. Well, if I was cool, I'd be on cable, not this crap. Anyway, I'm not cool. I'm on broadcast television. But it might not be cool. It might not be fancy. I might not know much about your big city ways. But broadcast television is American, and I'm proud to be part of it. Unlike other things which aren't. Like... Oh, yeah, of course. Welcome back to the Big Friday show where we're celebrating Marilyn Manson getting engaged. Now, if you haven't seen this show before, first of all, well done. This is my new thing. It's made of pipes, and I put tiny little marshmallows in it, and then I fire them at the audience. And then I think, well, what have I got this for? It's not really any good. And then I think what happened is that one of the producers of the show, yes, we have them, found Joe Props backstage, and he's the guy that looks after all the props, and he made this. And I think what happened is that Joe was probably enjoying some kind of herbal concoction. Producer came backstage and said, "Joe, what are you doing?" And he's like, it's for firing tiny little marshmallows." And because... That's right. And it fizzes up my beverage. Right then. So, it's Friday. Guess where I'm going this weekend? I'll tell you then. Denver. Oh. I know. I'm going there because, well, it's a secret. But I like Denver because, you know, when you take off from LA and your plane reaches cruising altitude and then it lands right there, and that's you at Denver. It's very high up. You can't breathe at all, and it makes me poop funny. And I don't mean comedy funny. I mean kind of like, what the? What? I think it's... altitude does something to your blood or something, doesn't it? Does it thicken it or thin it or something? It certainly does something to mine. Altitude and onions. I like onions, but onions don't like me. Now, I like Denver, but I don't know if Denver likes me. But this is in a different way. I would never eat Denver. Unless it was an omelette. Has anybody in the audience received one of these tiny marshmallows and eaten it yet? Oh, you have? Now, enjoy it, but just know that when I fire it into you, before I go like that, a little bit of my spit gets on it. Oh, yeah, that's right. You don't like that, do you? You know what you could? You could actually fire it at a cameraman. Hold on. Let's see. Is this covered by the union? Are you ready? Oh! You all right? All right. So I'm really sorry, man. Oh, man, I feel terrible. Not as bad as I'm going to feel when the union gets hold of me, though, I tell you that. Well, we'll take a break. I'll get disciplined, and we'll be right back with the emails, everybody. Emails when we come back. We're using this, which I think apparently is some kind of converted bong. Now, I know what you think. You think, Craig, you just made up that story about Joe Props. But it's not true. There's a real person called Joe Props who works with the... Joe, can you come out and take this thing away? Because it's causing more trouble than good. Come on out here. Take this. Joe Props, everybody. Joe. All right. Now I ask you, does that look like a kind of guy that would be using a bong backstage? Right. Okay, do we have time for emails? Yeah! This is from Abraham in Chennai. What? What did I do? What happened? Did something funny happen? Because if something funny happened, I want to do it again. What happened? Because that's his name. Look, Abraham. Abraham? Is that a dirty word that I don't know? What the hell is going on? Can you bring the bong back, Joe? Abraham, he's in Chennai in India. See, it's an Indian name, that's why. God. Maybe it's Dear Craig, or maybe he says, Dear Craig. He said, do you know that you are an internet celebrity in India? What? I usually live in Texas and I love your show. Thank you very much. But when I came back to India for a while, I was surprised to see that everybody here knows and watches you. Just that I'd let you know. Thank you very much, people in India. I better stop making fun of your accent now. Yeah, I love India. The food, the curry, I like curry. And there you go. So I'll really stop doing this very soon. This is from Michael in Stowe in Vermont. I like Vermont. Michael says, hello, Craig. I was just wondering if it was strange to speak to Paris Hilton after having seen her naked on the internet. It would be strange to me. Why would it be strange to you? There's a lot of people I've talked to after I've seen naked. Larry King was here one night. Trust me, you want to see him with his pants on. You don't want to see Larry King naked. It's burned into my retinas. I'll never forget. No matter how many marshmallows I ping. No, I don't think about that when I'm talking to a woman, that what she looks like naked. I actually don't, to be fair, even if I'm attracted to a woman, which occasionally I still am, even at these advanced years, I still can be attracted to women. I don't think about what they look like naked. I don't, not completely naked. Oh, come on, I don't want to be walking around with women thinking, is he imagining what I look like naked? Oh, no. Oh, man, I got myself in all sorts of bother now, right? Let's see. We don't have any time for any more emails, do we? Oh, well. Hey, caramba! This is from Michelle in Fort Myers, in Florida. Oh, I know what I'll do. It like Lost. This is from Michelle in Fort Myers, Florida. Boy, that's an interesting email. I'll read it out on Monday night. It'll be like an episode of, Lost, where you have to go, I don't want to watch that again, but I have to. I want to see, well, if you want to know what happens in Michelle's email, which is... then I'll read it on Monday. I'll put it aside here. Now, if anyone's hosting a talk show here over the weekend, please don't touch this. We'll be right back, everybody. We'll be right back. So, my first guest tonight stars on the How I Met Your Mother show, which is on Mondays at 8 p.m. on the great CBS network. Have you seen that CBS PSA where the guy's saying you get your girlfriend a pap smear for Christmas? Did you see that? I mean, by all means, of course, health is important, but for Christmas? Surprise, honey! You keep a doctor under the Christmas tree or something? I tried this. It looks kind of a doctory shape. Is it a doctor? Anyway, my first guest on a CBS show, How I Met Your Mother. Take a look at this clip. Please welcome Jason Segel, everybody.
Good. You told me to be sexy tonight.
Yeah, be
so
sexy tonight. I have to say, though, it is a bit strange talking to you after seeing you naked on the internet.
Yeah, and in person.
Yeah.
Yes.
No. I remember that scene in Sarah Marshall, though, quite vividly.
Me too. That was 2 14-hour days of me naked on set. It was really uncomfortable.
You kidding me?
No.
That'd be awesome. I would do that right now.
I'll tell you. The worst part was, like, leading up to it, there was a camera guy who I was friends with, but he was kind of overly friendly the whole time.
Uh-oh.
And the day before we were to do it, he came up to me and he just said real quietly, hey, just so you know, if you want me to be naked with you, I'll totally do it to make you more comfortable. It was really, really uncomfortable.
Did he do it?
No, thank God. I demanded he be banned from set.
Oh, really? Oh, so you had a man fired just for coming on to you.
Yes, absolutely.
Hey, the last time I saw you, I was driving next to you on Santa Monica Boulevard.
Don't do this.
Well, I think you know what was going on.
Okay. You think you saw me picking my nose.
You were picking your nose. I drive up next to you, you were like this.
Okay, first of all, I was thinking. That's all.
Right?
I'll tell you what embarrasses me most is you were with your wife. And it was the first time I'd ever met your wife.
Yeah.
And I have this fantasy of you and I becoming friends.
We are friends. We
are, but... You know, it's all right if you see me picking your nose. I'll always be to your wife your friend who picks his nose.
Oh, no. She saw the movie with me. You're the guy with the penis.
Good.
So it's all right. She's like, is that the guy with the penis picking his nose?
Yeah.
No, it's all right.
Okay, good.
You weren't picking... Were you smelling your finger then?
I was just like, I wonder what's going to happen later today. That's all.
Where were you going?
I was going...
Where are you going?
I was just driving home, but
Oh, yeah? Where had you been then?
you proceeded to drive next to me for a mile, and every time our cars would pass, Craig and his wife would go like this.
No, that's not true. My wife has a very picky nose. She's very...
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, so that was just a genuine nose picking.
Yeah, no, she
Okay,
just
good.
picks her nose. She's from New Hampshire, so...
Oh, that'll do it.
Yeah. They're Yankees. There you can do anything they like.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, you think Yankees are very like English people?
How so?
Well, they talk like this.
Ah, that's true.
Yeah, they talk
proper.
like, let's go sailing.
I was just in England for 6 months.
Really?
Yeah, doing Gulliver's Travels, and I had to have a British accent.
How is it?
Well, they wanted me to get a dialect coach, and so we started 2 hours a day going through the script. It was like a nice 60-year-old woman.
Right.
And about 2 weeks in, I said, we've gone over the script every day for 2 hours. She said, all right, well, let's switch it up. From now on, we'll just meet for 2 hours a day, and we'll just talk. We'll have a conversation in British accents, and you'll get used to...
Easy for her. She was British, right? Yeah.
Well, about 2 days in, I realized we didn't have very much in common. There wasn't much to talk about for 2 hours a day. So cut to the third day of her just weeping, being like, and my husband will no longer speak to me, and I can't see my daughter anymore.
Oh, no.
And I have to respond genuinely, but in a British accent. That's the worst thing I've ever heard.
Terrible.
I had her fired, too.
Yeah. Did she offer to be naked next to you now? That's utterly beastly for you.
Yes, it was
Yeah, no.
blimey.
Yeah. Do you know what I hate is when you hear British actors trying to be American in movies.
It always sounds country.
Yeah, but no, either country or it sounds like it's from the 90s. They always look like, I'm like a putz over here.
Yeah.
And I'm like, who talks like that? I'm like a putz over here.
I love baseball.
That's right, yeah. So in Gulliver's Travels, were you playing Gulliver?
No, Jack Black is Gulliver. I play Horatio, his little friend. I'm like in his pocket most of the time. Why is that hilarious? Everyone's super excited I'm doing it.
Well, I think we all misjudged the size of Jack Black. I think we're all laughing because we're like, I thought he was like a regular-sized person. Yeah.
Well, I'm also gigantic.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm
huge.
6'4", yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So-
160 pounds.
That's 6'4" is tall.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm only 6'2".
I know.
Yeah.
I notice it every time we hug.
Yeah. I wonder what happened. I wonder why my growth got stunted. Well, I used to smoke when I was a kid. That's what it is, yeah.
Yeah.
Did you smoke ever?
I, unfortunately, still smoke.
What?
Yeah. I know. We've talked about this before. I'm trying hard to quit. I just don't want to get any taller. That's the only...
You can't argue with that.
That's it. That's the only reason.
I miss smoking. The only reason I stopped smoking is because it kills you.
Yeah.
I mean, I enjoyed it, but...
I think that's an internet rumor.
I'm willing to go with you on this
it's
a
like
little bit.
global warming. It's just nonsense.
Do you think global warming is real?
Yeah.
Really?
Definitely.
Do you drive a Prius or something?
No, I drive a Vespa.
A scooter?
Yeah.
I didn't know you were gay.
I drive a little baby scooter. I look like Big Bird on it. It's ridiculous.
No, you can't, because when I saw you picking your nose, you were in a regular human car.
Yeah, there was a chance of rain.
You don't drive your Vespa in the rain?
No.
Do you wear a helmet?
I do.
Do you wear a helmet when you're driving your car?
I do.
Do you want to have a commercial break and then stay for an extra segment
Really?
of
It went
conversation?
that well?
Yeah, it's going that well.
Yeah, let's stay.
Are we back on? Oh, right. Welcome back, everybody.
Oh, hey.
Did you hear that Russell got engaged to Katy Perry?
I did. It's
Yeah,
the
I haven't
greatest
talked
thing
to them yet.
ever.
Have you talked
They're
to
an amazing couple.
I've never met her.
I've hung out with them a couple times, and
How
they're.
come nobody asked me? Because I don't smell my own finger in the car, that's it?
I would love if you want to hang out. It would be awesome.
I don't know. I'd be all awkward. You guys would be all talking about young people things. I'd be like, hey, do you guys remember books?
Dude, I'm. I'm the most awkward. That's why I feel
Really?
like we'd be friends. Yeah, I'm super awkward. That's how I make my living, yeah.
Not awkward. I mean, you got your yayas out in Sarah Marshall. That's there's a certain level of confidence right there.
Yeah, but no one was like, wow, that scene was sexy. That wasn't the response.
No, that's true. Yeah. Did you get girls coming on to you after the scene though? Because they've seen you naked and they think, well, I can deal with this.
No, I get just laughter and mocking stares. It's not cute at all.
Oh, come on. You must be, living the life of a bachelor gentleman around L.A. a little bit.
I hang out here and there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No special girl yet then?
No, not yet. I'm still single.
Wow.
Waiting to meet somebody
What
perfect.
age are you now then?
I turn 30 next week.
Ooh.
Yeah. I'm pretty excited.
Ooh, I was ramping up for marriage number 2 when I was 30.
Really?
Yeah.
Holy moly.
Yeah.
I feel...
You better get going, man.
Yeah, I feel like 30 is when a man hits his stride, to be honest.
Nah.
No?
No.
What is it, 40? 50?
50.
50?
Yeah. I think so because I'm 47 and I'm like, no way am I done. So I figure, you always keep... Really? I'm done?
I'm just
You
saying.
think I'm done?
You've done 1,000 episodes. That seems like enough.
It is. Yeah, no, it's true. It's a lot.
Hey,
you did great with the Dracula thing.
That was such an honor.
Singing Dracula.
That was really, really fun, yeah.
Yeah, it was the best thing on that show, really.
No.
No, people hated that show.
Did they really?
Yeah. People
Why?
Because it was all puppets.
Oh, that's my dream. I love puppets.
I love puppets too, but apparently we're the only 2 Americans left.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I've always felt kind of puppety because I don't have great control of my limbs. Like I've been 6'4" since I was like 11 years old.
Oh my Lord.
Yeah, no, it was ridiculous. I tried to play basketball when I was really young, and I would just lumber up and down the court like a marionette.
I don't play basketball, but I know enough about it to know that's not the way to go about it at all.
No. I was a super awkward kid in general.
Really?
Yeah, 10 years old, the most embarrassing thing in my life happened to me.
What did you do?
Okay, I was a really obedient child, and my favorite place on earth was the magic shop at Disneyland. I just love it. And so one day my parents were at Disneyland, and I said, can I go to the magic shop? And they said, yeah, but don't leave the magic shop, whatever you do. We're going to go get some sweatshirts. So I said, no problem. I'm in there looking around, and I suddenly realized I really have to pee.
Uh-oh.
Like super bad. But my parents said, don't leave the magic shop.
Oh.
So I'm like doing the
You're playing basketball?
Yeah, exactly. And I start to feel like sweaty, and there's nothing I can do. So I walk to the corner of the magic shop, and I just start wetting my pants, right? And there's just like...
You and I can be friends.
Yeah. So there's just this puddle of urine on the ground, and I sneak away. I don't know what to do, and I still can't leave the magic shop. Then this woman in a wheelchair got wheeled into the magic shop, and they wheeled her right to my puddle of urine. And then I heard a sentence that still haunts me to this day. The guy behind the counter picks up the phone and says, we need cleanup in the magic shop. Some poor lady in a wheelchair wet her pants.
All right.
Sorry.
See, you know what? If you can share, I can share too.
Yes, let's do it.
All right. I was at scout camp, right,
Yeah.
when I was about maybe 11 years old, 10, 11 years, about the same age, and all this Boy Scouts sleep in the same tent, and we were on sleeping bags, and I was a bedwetter as a child. So all the sleeping bags are up close next to each other, and I fell asleep. The grass was comfortable that night, and I fell asleep, and, nature took its course. But in some strange quirk of fate, the planets must have been aligned in an odd way. My pee-pee, most of it ended up on the guy sleeping next to me sleeping bag. So when he wakes up in the morning, the big giant dark map of Africa is on his sleeping bag. And all the other Boy Scouts are like, oh, you peed yourself. And I was like, yeah. I feel terrible about it. That's a long time ago now.
Let me tell you what doesn't add up about that story.
All right.
Is that your pee magically ended up on his sleeping bag.
Well, my penis was touching his sleeping bag at the time. It was that.
Yeah, just magically.
Well, all right. Sorry, I didn't know you were doing Sherlock. Ay, caramba. Oh, was I just was telling you the story. I was being vulnerable. I was opening up, man. I was trying to connect with you, man.
I appreciate it. If we're going to be honest, let's be honest.
All right, then. All right. Any others?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got another one. I also slept in a tent until I was about 7 or 8 years old that was built on my bed. Okay? And like a cat, when my little sister was born, I got really jealous and just started peeing the tent every night just to punish my parents for having another child. And, yeah. And so my mom every night would just collapse the
He's
tent.
single, ladies.
Yeah. This is why.
Yeah.
This is why. They're still
love you, man.
interested. They're still interested.
Can I tell you the truth? You make a woman laugh, Dunmar.
Right, I guess that's true.
Dunmar, if you're nice to them and make them laugh, they're okay with that.
So is it gross that I still sleep in a tent?
They don't care.
No.
You still sleep in a tent? You still
No,
pee-pee yourself?
once in a- Not on a normal night.
When I was drinking, I used to pee myself.
Did you?
Yeah. In the bar. No.
Yes, you did.
Once or twice,
Yeah.
maybe.
No, it happens. It happens.
It happens. You get excited. You get to talking. The bathroom's a long way off. You've had a lot to drink.
So you didn't even try to go for the bathroom. You were just right there.
Well, you know, see, when I drank alcohol, I had this very kind of, oh, what the hell attitude,
Right.
you know. Toilets are bourgeois, you know.
You're like a hippie.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're out of time, though. Is anything, were you here to promote anything? I can't remember.
Yes. The 100th episode of How I Met Your Mother. 100 episodes.
100 episodes. Jason Segel, everybody.
Que aprendimos en el programa, señor Craig.
¡Qué lástima!
Hey. Oof. Pressure's on for me to learn Spanish. The cat can speak Spanish now and I can't even... I said at the start of this year I was going to learn to speak Spanish, and it's what day is it now? Friday? I thought it was next Wednesday there for a minute. Yeah, well, I can't speak Spanish yet, and it's been a week. I feel terrible. My apologies to Shiri Appleby. She'll be back here probably next Wednesday. You know what happened, right? What happened is I talked too long with Jason, but Shiri was here, so we talked and we recorded it in some kind of magic way that CBS has. So I'll do the show next week, and then instead of, at the part where I would interview someone there, we'll show the part of, and I'll wear the same stuff, and you won't know the difference. Now, I have to tell you, I think the thing that shocked me most about the show tonight was finding out how popular I am in India. I've never been to India, and I now want to go. I want to go anywhere where I'm popular, actually. That's probably quite a human thing, though, isn't it? You don't want to go to places where you're unpopular. And yet, I come to work every day. I tell you what else you don't want to do. You don't want to see Larry King naked. Oh, and, of course, here's the thing. We'll find out what happens in Michelle's email on Monday. I think this is my shot at the Emmy. Emmy. No. But it's going to be exciting. This is an amazingly interesting question. I'll read it on Monday. Good night, everybody. Good night.